I have pulled 2 bags from our recent trip, and I'm going to share with you guys the stuff that I picked up. A lot of times I explain my reasoning because I'll say this and I do that, but I'll start with this because I'm pretty sure I picked up several of these. This is the tag. It kind of looks like the old Dandy tag, but it's not. It's MTY International. Pretty sure that this type of stuff is carried at Walmart, but look how interesting. But like I said, it's probably bread and butter, but I'm pretty sure I picked up several of these in the trip.
Those look like Peeps ears.
They do kind of look like Peeps. All right, and then lots of Webkins. I'm making small lots of them. I did find a few with tags, but not very many. So I'm pretty sure I just put like a schnauzer looking thing over there. I'll make a lot of 2.
And by tags, you mean with the codes
that
they can still enter it.
Yep.
Because these have the tags, but not the code to enter in the, what is it, a website or something?
Yeah. It's some interactive. My kids never got into that, so I have no clue what it is about Webkins. All right, this is TB Trading Company. I love that brand. Pretty sure it's like vintage Walmart, Kmart, that type of stuff. But look, it's a dog. Or no, it's a mouse. It's got the little silver accents. I'm hoping like $15 or so, and it'll go on probably Mercari and Etsy. Harry Potter. If I've got other stuff from that series listed, I'll probably start making a lot of them. I'm hoping I have several. And that way I can list it for, $29.95 or $39.95, something like that. Because for the most part, most of these have, just been, bread and butter type prices. But I'm going to still pick them up. Character Plush. All right, another Webkin. So now I've got 3 little dogs that I'm positive I have. So that's going to be a lot. I'm thinking, $19.95, $24.95, something like that. Pretty sure I have another one of these listed. It is IKEA. Can't tell. The tags are almost always cut off. I think there might have been a different colored one, but I'm pretty sure I have this exact one. So the challenge will be, do I decide to do a quantity of 2 or do I go ahead and make a lot of 2?
And we picked all this up at the St. Louis bins, the Bridgeton and the one downtown on Market Street. With the Monday and Tuesday after Christmas, we went back to do the sourcing trip there and spend some time with my family, and it was a good trip. We got a lot of good stuff. The back of the truck we had our personal stuff in the back of the truck too. We all have a couple bags, not suitcases, but backpacks we pack our clothes in, and then the rest of it was just full of
bags,
kitchen garbage bags full of
mostly
toys.
Plush. Yeah, mostly Plush. And at that bins, it's $2.09 a pound. So that just kind of gives you an idea. You looked it up. How much did we spend?
Right at $500.
Right
I'm
at
say like
$500
$520 or something like that
for the 2 days. And I'm positive if I really concentrated, there's probably 10 things maybe that would have paid for the whole lot. It'd be neat if I could code this stuff and keep track of it, but that's too much work. But probably 10, because I'm thinking I might have one of the treasures sitting over here right now. And so, let's just be even safer. 20 items probably will pay for the whole trip.
Surely you have 10 items in there that are worth $50 each, I would think.
That's what I would think, too.
Don't you have something that's worth over 100 even?
I think so.
I was thinking there was something that was worth at least close to 100. So,
yeah,
if just a handful of items going to pay for the whole.
And then everything else is pure profit. I think I have another one of these listed. They are Tonka. The series is Pooch Patrol. Yeah, if you pull these up, look, it has teeth under there. I'll just be making a lot of 2 and bumping the price up. I just love this. Let me see. Oh, he's got rabbit ears. Gotta fix him. Okay. Look how cute. Yes, bear. I know. It is Barely Bunny by Papel. I just loved it. I'm hoping 15, 20 bucks for it. I'll see if I've got anything similar. I say that a lot.
Is that the same guy that makes all the kitchen appliances?
No, but it's some kind of gift company. I think this is, I'm not, I get confused with Wishables and Nuimos. And I can't remember. Maybe Wishables. That's my guess. I'll see if I've got others listed. If he's not worth like my bread and butter, $8 to $12, I'll see if I've got others I can put him with. Pick up a lot of Build-A-Bear clothes. I just thought this was very cute. Look, it's like a Boy Scout type outfit. I've got a bunch sitting over here that I've got to get to. I try to do like, unless there's something really unique and they are going to sell well by themselves, I try to do like lots of 2, and I might list them for either $14.95 or $19.95, something like that. But, you know, I kind of let them accumulate. That way I have a large variety of stuff.
I got to pick a fight with you over here. The rest of it's pure profit. Because it's not.
Well,
and she absolutely understands that. But one of the things to really consider when you're doing reselling, you're starting out your year, especially if you're new at this, there are a lot of expenses that go into this, which is good because if you sell a lot of stuff, all those expenses, you don't want them, but they're going to bring your net income down, so you have to pay less in taxes. But we got mileage getting there.
Yes.
And we pay a little more in mileage to get to St. Louis than we used to do when we go to Indy, but we don't have hotel bills when we go there because we stay at my parents'.
Yep.
We've got
packing
materials, got
tons.
Boxes and bags, and we got computers and cell phone and internet service, and we have a home office deduction.
Yep.
And software and services that we do, you know, cross listing and tax software, and just tons. Maybe we should sit down and do a video on that one of these days about all the costs of reselling, because it adds up, which is sad, but it helps you save on taxes, that's for sure. Which is in the end, you want to be able to claim every single penny that you can as a deduction, but not one penny more, because you want to pay all your taxes. But you don't want to pay any more than you have to. So make sure you're keeping good track of that. We use my Reseller Genie. Links down we have a link, either it's in the video description or there's a link to our website in the video description that will take you to the My Reseller Genie thing. And their biggest package is $20 a month.
Yeah.
And it pulls things automatically from Poshmark and Mercari and eBay. It doesn't do Etsy yet. I think they're working on it. I think it might be in beta, or it's in testing maybe. But if you hook it up to those accounts, it just shows you, at least as far as fees and everything that it can get from them, shipping and all that, what your fees are there and what's your I guess that would be your gross profit. Then you got to take all the rest of your expenses out, and you could enter those in there.
Manually.
And if you do it all, you print that at the end of the year. You can take that to your tax preparer, or put it directly in their TurboTax or something like that, and your taxes are done. So, highly recommend using a tool like that. Unless you're just getting started out, then maybe stick with a spreadsheet for a while.
Yep. They sell. I pick them up. It's those balloon animals, but they're plush. So I grabbed this one, and there might be more. I think I had 3 of these. These are identical. So, I'll probably list that one separately, and then I'll do a quantity of 2 on this one, probably. Unless I can find, I'm pretty sure I had 3 of these, though, and they were all the same. Hello Kitty. I pick up most, unless there's just something wrong with it, and I make lots. In fact, I've got like 2, like right over here, that I was getting ready to list. So I don't think this is anything special all by itself. So now I'll just have a quantity of 3, and hopefully can list it for $20, $25. Look how cute. I don't even remember the brand. Oh, it is Carter's. It has writing on there. Honestly, in 27 years, I've not found anything that takes this off. I just haven't. I don't even try anymore. Like this, I may just leave it, or I may take a black Sharpie marker and just, if it was like a price, I would just cover over it. As long as I can see that it's Carter's. Make a note of it, take a picture of it. Shouldn't be a biggie. More than likely, it's going to be bread and butter.
You've tried lots of different suggestions.
I've tried everything.
And none of them really work for you.
Another lovey. See the face? Disappointment that I didn't notice. Charlotte. It's been personalized. It really makes it hard to sell when it's been personalized. I'll still list it, you know, $9.95, and hopefully somebody with a Charlotte will find it. Look how cute. It is the petting zoo. I'm hoping I have something to go with it because it's probably bread and butter. But I think it would just be so cute with like another pig or a horse in this same series. I just think that's how I like it.
So this is a nifty little cow, right?
It is dirty.
And I saw a reel the other day, and I've heard this stat before, but cattle attacks kill like 15 to 20 people in the United States every year, which is more than sharks kill in the entire world every year. Pretty crazy.
Well, because people think that they're pets and they go up to pet a bull. No.
And plus, people are actually around a lot closer to cows than they are sharks on a general basis, too.
Yeah. This is Candy Bear. I don't know who the brand is. Unique. 2025. So it went straight from somebody's as a gift or from a store straight to the bins. Probably going to be bread and butter. Hopefully I had a couple of them. Don't remember. Cloud Island. I know for a fact I have another one. I just don't know if it's the same color. So I'll just either be, if it's a different color, I might make a lot of 2. If it's the same, I'll probably just change it to a quantity of 2.
Before you grab that next item, make sure y'all hit that like button if you're liking this, and drop a comment in there. And it helps us in the algorithm to make YouTube happy, and we'll spread this a little farther and wider.
Yep, even emojis work. Makes the algorithm happy. I know. Bears. I don't buy a lot, y'all, like I used to. But it is gunned. I like gunned Dakin. Russ, applause. Its name was Tiny Piney. Hopefully you know $15 or so.
Piney the Elder?
It said Tiny Piney. If you haven't noticed, I source a lot of plush when we source, you know, away. When I'm at yard sales and stuff, estate sales, we do look at other things. But when we're at the bins, it's pretty much to source plush. Because that is my main thing. And
clothes. That's the secondary thing. We go through, she starts on one end of the bins and I start on the other ends of the hard goods. And we meet in the middle. And all I've gathered plush and whatever else we find. Like I found that all-clad pan when we were there. We talked about in the previous video. And things like that. Hard, you know, like bits of Legos and little figures like that. But then I go off and look at clothes. So it's primarily the plush. That's but we find clothes around here too. But I just don't have tons of luck with clothes at the bin because I'm not a genius at that yet.
All right, Angry Birds. I make lots. I think I just sold like a lot of 3. So I'm not sure if I have any more. This will be a start of a new one. I'll just list it and then wait to find more stuff. Love that. It is an older Aurora. You can tell because these days it's the silky tag. This is a little bit older and it's more embroidered. I don't know. You know what? I just had something else. No, I don't think it would go with this. But I don't know. Sometimes you get surprised with the wolves, the dogs, and cats in some of these brands that they're worth more than normal. But I don't know about that one. Look how cute. It is Pottery Barn Kids. I don't pick them up very often. I just don't find them. So I'm at least bread and butter, I hope. But I'm hoping like $15, $20 for it. Another wolf. This is a red wolf. It is Wish Pets. I'm hoping 15 plus. I picked up a couple of these, at least 2, maybe 3. They are from the Elf on a Shelf series. This one doesn't have a tag, which is concerning because Elf on the Shelf is bad for fakes and Veros. So I don't know. I may not list this one unless when I find the other ones, if they look identical. I may even just do a quantity of, or a lot of 2 and just be done with it. So Ooh. Bear, it's just friends. And I want to think that might be Mervyn's. I remember shopping at Mervyn's when I was stationed in San Diego and my boys were little. I would go to Mervyn's all the time and shop for them. I'm hoping 25 plus for it. It is Spark Create Imagine. It's a rattle plush. Probably going to be bread and butter. I'm almost sure I have something else that's like animal rattle with the Lovey in the same series. I may make a lot of two. Always with the Auroras. I still have my pile from that I mentioned in the last video. I think I listed them. So I'll start another wild animal pile. This is also Aurora, but it is Meoni by Aurora. Pretty sure I have several of these. They're going to be a lot. I'm always thinking that way when I'm sourcing. This one is intriguing. Look, it's got the little gingham patch or pocket. It also is, Pottery Barn Kids. Guess where my thoughts went? It's going to go with that other one, unless they are worth a lot separate. It's very cute rabbit. As its paper tag, it is Adventure Planet. I'll see if I've got other sea creatures to put with it.
You got start to say a platypus, but manatee from the last video.
Yeah.
They probably don't mix well, do they?
I don't know. You keep saying manatees are freshwater, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm going to Google that.
Yep. Build-A-Bear. This is from the Great Wolf Lodge. I'm forgetting the girl's name already. Rachel, maybe. It has a cute shirt. You know that has to be that part of that. Probably still only going to be bread and butter. Maybe 15. Hopefully I have another one to go with it. The boy. Actually. Look, SeaWorld. If I have something to go with it, I will. If not, I may just list these two together. You know, it'd be cute in a classroom or somebody who just loves the polar bears.
Manatees live in salt water, but they're adaptable and they can travel into fresh and brackish water to find warm water and food. So They are sea creatures, apparently.
Yep. So there we go. I've got to put that lot together. Now I think I've gotten so many, I probably may do 2 lots. It is Vintage Dakin. Let's see, 1983. Definitely will go on Etsy. I've done so well on Etsy with the Dakin. You know, I'm hoping 15 or so for it, maybe 20. We pick up a lot of St. Louis Cardinals stuff. This is one of those plush, it's going to stuff inside and look like a baseball. I'm probably going to put it with something, but, you know, bread and butterish. Always pick up Chuck E. Cheese. The better ones to find are the ones that were from the Showtime Pizza era. I've sold some for over $100. But I'll just put him with something else if I've got it. I think I've got a lot going that has like some toys and plush. If I don't have him this size, I'll put him in there. Look how cute. It is Webkins with a little Webkins Chihuahua, I'm guessing, in there. Probably going to make it into a lot. I pick up most things Winnie the Pooh. You know, I really like the classics, but I also like the vintage ones. This one is Mattel 1997, so I can put it on Etsy also. Probably going to be bread and butter. Angry Birds, Rio. It'll go in a lot.
And we can hear some Duran Duran now.
Animal Crossing. I've got something listed, so I will put it with it. It's loose. I'm not quite sure how it's supposed to be together, but this is Moana. It's very interesting. Disney, oh, princesses. But it is from Moana, because that's the Pua Pig. I don't think I've ever found this before, so I'm not quite sure how much. My gut says, it's going to be bread and butter. I've got another Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I've got 2 over here, so now I've got a lot of 3. I'm going to go ahead and put them together. And then I think my favorite find, could be high dollar find, of these 2 bags is this. Look. Rattle. Look. Terry cloth feet. And Carter's. Needs a bath for sure. I don't know. I'm hoping 50 plus. I don't know. See, I've got this one right here. You guys can barely see it. That's a full terry cloth plush. Pretty sure it's worth over $100. It's probably the most expensive thing on my wall. So always check when you find something that is terry cloth, because it could be other brands too and still be worth a whole lot of money. And that's it. Another 2 bags. Plenty for me to get processed and listed this week. We're going to try to get another video. Our what sold video out will be before this. I'm still really low in numbers of sales that I'm making right now. And I think everybody is. Things are changing. The whole promotion thing. It is what it is. I have decided I'm going to cross-list everything. Put it on another platform. Get more eyes on it. And hopefully, circumnavigate these slow sales that I'm having on eBay because I'm refusing to promote. The other day, what was it? Friday or Saturday, I had more Etsy sales than eBay. That's a first ever for me. Not saying that it was great numbers, but so it's definitely worth for us right now just to go ahead. I already made it another sale on Mercari. I just started on Mercari again yesterday in my account. So I've already made a sale. So, it all adds up. So I highly encourage everybody, if you're having slow sales and you have stuff that fits to the other platforms, go ahead and start cross-listing.
Get them on there.
Get them on there. All right, y'all. It's time to get to work. Bye.